Part 1 Retell that conversation with onboard giving the detailed information. In the dialogue, to see Sarah always eating soup every day to the wall. This is because Sarah really likes her own soup. Then Todd starts wondering how to make the soup and what the secret was. Sarah said that it was very easy to make and she also loved making soup on Mondays and every day of the week. Sarah started to explain how to make soup, so she bought meat that had been cut into vegetable and brown rice. Then put everything in boiling water and add a little seasoning. Sarah also said that for the seasoning she only used pepper, salt, and garlic, as well as soups that depend on soy sauce or lemon juice. Todd asked Sarah again how Sarah can keep her soup to stock up in 1 week. Shall she keep it in the fridge or let it sit outside? And how do you heat the soup? Sarah said she kept it for a while, then put it in a container and left it outside before putting in the room temperature refrigerator. How to heat it is a very easy to ask a microwave. Sarah provides note for 3 or 5 meals. If you want to eat it every day, then have to produce more. If Sarah has cooked for 5 meals and it is all up to Sarah whether she is born with the kind of soup she is making, then she will be made for a week. Todd said maybe made 6 or 7 times and could giving him a bowl. Then Sarah said she'll do it next time and Todd taken here. Part 2 Retell that conversation with on board giving the detailed information. In the dialogues, Steve meet with Rania and Steve asks Rania about a cinema looked at in the city center, which is close to the hospital. Because Steve went to ask Jennifer out on a Saturday night, then Rania asked Steve to write a hint so he doesn't get lost. First, go down Street 1 to the west, then cross the drive and go straight until the Pines Road. The turn left from the cinema, second next to the cruise. Then Steve asked Rania to recommend a restaurant for his date with Jennifer. Rania suggests to a pink flamingo restaurant that serves the best of Spanish dishes. Rania gave Steve direction to the restaurant starting at the cinema shot of Pine Street and across 2nd Street and driving to 3rd Street. The parking lot is on the left. The pink flamingo is the building to the left of the river. The restaurant is open on weekday from half 11 to half 12 and remains open on weekends. Steve asked again where the voice was because he went to buy flour for Jennifer's birthday. Then Rania said there was a flower shop she knew was in front of the 2nd Street Stadium. Then Steve thanks Rania for giving him the hint. Part 3 Retell that conversation with onward giving the detailed information. starting from a dog that was abandoned by his master. The dog was not fed and not cared for by his master. Because of that incident, he decided to leave his master in a very sad mood. On the way, he met a sparrow. Then the sparrow asked to him, "Why are you sad, my friend?" The dog replied, "I'm very hungry and I have nothing to eat." From there they both became good friends. Then the sparrow took the dog to the city and looked for food there. On the way, passed the mad creature. Then the sparrow picked the mad and gave it to the dog. Then they went to the next creature and picked the stick again. After that they went to the bread creature because the dog went to eat bread. Then the sparrow picked the bread and gave it to the dog until he is full. After that they go for a walk out of town. On the way, the dog felt tired and decided to rest. While he was sleeping, a man named Mr. Carter came with their horses to barrels of wine. The sparrows saw that they were very worried because Mr. Carter was passing the road where the dog was lying, because it can harm his canny companion. The sparrow kept shouting, "Stop, stop, Mr. Carter, or you can harm him." Mr. Carter didn't listen to the sparrow and started grumble. Finally, the cart tipped on the poor dog to death. The sparrow was very angry with Mr. Carter for killing his kind friend and made him sad. Finally, the sparrow responded by crawling under the slope of the carriage and patching the lid of one of the wine barrels until it loosened, and all the wine was gone. The cartman was furious when he learned that all the wine spilled, and he went to harm the sparrow with an axe, but quickly the sparrow flew away and the barrel fell the two horses and died on the spot. The cartman was furious and left his wagon home in a huff. Mr. Carton was angry with his wife and told this incident to his wife and thrown on the sparrow for the incident. He expressed cattle ran to the attic and saw thousands of birds eating the corn, and sparrow is dear meat. Then the sparrow said, "Your cruelty will take your life." Mr. Carter was so very angry and saw around him that he had lost everything, including his house and furniture. The sparrow saw it while sitting outside the window, but in the end they caught the sparrow and went to kill in a very terrible way. The sparrow kept on flapping and screaming. Mr. Carter gave his wife an axe and ordered to hit, but the bell missed and the arm hit Mr. Carter on the head so that he's dead. And finally, the sparrow flew and returned quickly to its nest.